back. I am back, y'all. Y'all know when these beats come in, y'all know it's me. Okay? What's up? What's up? Okay. It's your girl, Deevah, and I'm back, y'all, with another dope fire episode of the Deevah Show. Shout out to me. Shout out to y'all for watching. Y'all know on this platform, the Deevah Show, we promote the dreams that turn into reality, and we've been doing it every other day. We've been doing it every other day because there's so many great creators out here, entrepreneurs, artists, comedians. It's just so many great people out here who are doing something with their time, especially during these hard times, and they're out here basically getting the job done. And that's keep going. They have been keeping going throughout this entire pandemic. And tonight, I have an artist, singer, songwriter. He goes by the name of Norm Adams. He'll be joining my live very soon. And we're going to talk everything him, you guys. Oh, thank you for the compliments. I love the compliments. Thank you. He, a couple music out, he has a duet album out with, Juliet Roberts. But also, like, Norm got a dope voice. Let me show y'all how he looks. There's Norm. Look at Norm out here showing out for the culture, y'all. Yeah. Let me show y'all. Look, shout out to me, though. I always come through with a flyer, though, don't I? Okay. But if you want flyer designs, we do have a team that can assist you with that. You have to go to our website, deevahentertainment.com, for that help. For those of you who can ask, I've been forgetting to tell you that. We have a team for that. But this is one of his little. That's Juliet Roberts. Okay, look at Norm. Norm out here showing off. You hear me? Norm out here showing off. Okay, look at my boy Norm. That's his LinkedIn. Connect with Norm, okay? Norm out here working, okay? Connect with Norm. He's doing my live very soon. All right, I'm just letting y'all know who Norm is. If you don't know, y'all know rock, because Norm is somebody. Let's pause this. Let's bring it down for a little bit. Let's turn this off, because I want y'all to look. This is Body Rush. It's a song with Norm and Julia Roberts. Just want to let y'all know how Julia, okay? Julia. Okay, she's doing her thing. But look, I want y'all to look at this little clip from Norm. Ain't right at me. How could you dare turn back so easily, acting so shy, scared of this room? So I think that I should make that move. Norm been doing this for a while, as far as being he was in a group before. I'm gonna get to what the group he was in when he joins our live. I had the pleasure of meeting Norm. I don't know why I'm sweating, or is it just shimmering in my face? I don't know. I had the pleasure of meeting Norm when he was on the Who Mag Distribution R&B Essentials album, him and Juliet. So I got a chance to actually meet him in person, and Norm is a great person. He has a great energy and spirit, and he has an awesome voice, and it's just going to be a pleasure to talk to him, you guys. So he should be, I think I saw him, so I'm going to send a request to Norm. But in the meantime, in between time, DeevahEntertainment.com. If you're looking to get an interview, you have to go to DeevahEntertainment.com. We have a team that can actually assist you, because I am busy, okay? Stop DMing me. It's not going to work. We got things going on. But I appreciate, your effort. We have to go through, there's certain procedures, things of that nature. But if you want promotion, we have high quality press writing distribution. If you want to go live with me, that's how you can go live through DeevahEntertainment.com. If you want music distribution, we have a team who has a great network of that can get your music out there to all the stores. If you want to have your social media managed, we do that as well. DeevahEntertainment.com. If you want to gain some type of notoriety all over the world, things of that nature, we can help you. So this is what we're here to do at DeevahEntertainment.com. That is the brand. I'm just the host of the Kira Deeva Show. Hello, y'all. But again, let me get back to trying to request Norm to join my live. But in the meantime, I'm gonna play some of his music. I was listening to the song earlier. It's called "Love Me," and it's from Norm. And I want you guys to let me know what you think while I send him a call.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You might not know me now, but you will. Come on. I can see you looking at me, and you ain't gotta say a word because I can't see that you need.
Okay. You need somebody. Everybody needs somebody out there.
Because I got what you need.
Okay.
And let me show you feeling that I know I can be that one.
Norm.
Hi, Kira. How are you, love?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna jam to this song. How are you?
Go right ahead. Be my guest. Feel free.
A little bit. What's up?
I'll rock out with you.
This is Norm, y'all. Okay. Norm, you jam into it too. Oh, yeah. How long has it been since that song came out? Because that song is called "Love Me," right?
Yeah, that's called "Love Me." Yep, that's from my album "This Is My Time." That's actually been out for a minute. That song was actually a top 10 hit over in Europe after its initial release. So but the beautiful thing about digital music is that if you've never heard it, it's new to you. And it has no shelf life, so people are constantly discovering it just as you did. So I appreciate the love. Thank you, darling.
Oh, thank you. Look at you. I look, you feeling good. I see your curls in.
Well, I try to do a little something.
So how have you been? How have you been since last seeing you?
I have been wonderful. Just keeping it moving. We all have our challenges with everything that's going on in the world. But, all things considered, I am blessed. Thank you. How have you been? I see you doing your thing. That was quite a build-up, by the way, at the top of the show. So, I'm thinking, I'm like, is she talking about me? Is all that for me? But thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Listen, you're great. So how long, for those of you who don't know, how long have you been in this music industry?
Oh man, forever. Forever. And I gotta tell you, this is the most awkward part of any interview, the tell me about yourself question, because I would much prefer that my art speak for me, but I get it. So no, I've been singing ever since I was a child, like 5 years old, singing in church, and it's just been a steady progression from there. I would say I got serious about it probably around the time that I went to college, and that's when I started to develop the art form more, particularly the songwriting, which is really a passion. It's just been a steady progression over the years.
So you said songwriting is your passion.
Yes.
So some of the artists work, you've written for, that most people wouldn't know about.
Well, honestly, I've done a lot of writing for stuff that I've done when I was with my group Mass Appeal. I did the writing, for them. All the things that that Julia and I are doing. I've written those things, and it just kind of runs the gamut, with genre wise. Because as a creative person, which you are. That your art and your creations have to speak to you, and so that said, I try not to necessarily follow trends, because trends come and go. It has to be something that that speaks to me or to the situation. So that's where the direction where I really go with that.
Okay. So let's talk about your transition from mass appeal to a solo artist.
Hmm.
So
I'm
your
sorry,
tra-
can you repeat that? You cut out a little bit.
I'm sorry. Let's talk about your transition from mass
Hmm.
appeal to being a solo artist. Let's talk about.
Okay. Well, that transition was actually it was just kind of organic,
Oh,
because I had been doing a lot of solo stuff before I joined the group. And then being in the group just kind of presented a different side of the business, and certainly of the creative process, because now, again, as a writer, there's
yeah.
more than just your own voice that you have to be, knowledgeable of, so when the group had, run its course, and I found myself, on my own again,
Mm-hmm.
it was just continuing on. One of the first things I had the opportunity to do after the group ended was to travel to Japan and tour over there, and that was an amazing experience. And then after that, it was just continuing on, and starting to work on my solo projects, and which ultimately led to my solo album, which led to the collaboration with Julia, which is where we are now.
Okay. All right. Do you still speak to your old members from the bands? I just want to know because they probably like, how's Norm
You
doing?
know what? I actually do, and I gotta tell you something, because one of the guys posted when I posted the flyer. He posted on Facebook. He's actually quite enamored with you, my lady.
Hey.
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
He, yeah, yeah. I think he thought we were gonna be, live in the studio together, because he told me to take a lot of pictures.
oh, okay. Well, next time we'll be in the studio live. Okay.
Absolutely, I look forward to it.
Oh, look, listen. Don't suit me up now, Norm. This is about
Listen. You say the word, I'm there. Trust.
it's so sexual. Norm. All right. You know what? This Christmas
Mhm.
album, Julie. This Robert.
Julia. Mhm. Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. What
Thank you.
inspired you guys to do? I know Christmas is like, kind of,
Hmm.
but it works because I
Hmm.
saw a great. What is it? Let me get to this song. What was it? I was listening to. I was like, oh my god, my kind of Christmas.
My kind of Christmas. Yeah.
You performed it. I think it was on Fox.
Yes. We
I was
performed.
performance.
Yep.
That
Hmm.
performance drew me in
Did
to the
it? Well,
song.
thank you.
Norm, you have stage presence. I was like, okay, the inspiration behind that. You know.
Well, the idea to do a Christmas song actually came from our publicist. Her name is Danielle Holland. She's out in LA. And we had just released our second single together, Home Tonight, which I think you showed the cover a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, Norm, you really should think about doing a Christmas album. And I thought, well, and I told her, I said, well, I mean, we haven't even done a full R&B album yet. I
Right.
mean, we were just, releasing singles. And honestly, I mean, I love Christmas music, but it wasn't really something I had ever really thought about. But then
Mm-hmm.
she told me a story about how she used to work with Tina Marie, back in the day. And she would say to, Tina, constantly, you need to do some Christmas music, because Christmas music is everlasting, and Christmas music will really cement your legacy. I mean, not that Tina Marie needs her legacy cemented anymore, but just imagine hearing that voice year after year on a Christmas song. And
Mm-hmm.
so Tina had said to her, I'll do it, I'll get around to it. And then she never did, because, tragically, she passed away before she was able to, get around to it. But, when she told me that story, I think her whole premise for telling me that story was to really drive home the point that Christmas music is really something that will, as I said, it just cements your legacy. It
Mm-hmm.
becomes a part, especially if it resonates with people. It's something that becomes a part of the season.
Yeah.
And people will always associate you, with that. Just like when you hear This Christmas, you automatically, know about, Donny Hathaway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, and no matter how many people redo that song, you're always gonna know, who did it first.
Yeah.
You know, so when I sat down to write the song, because first, I mean, you got to come up with a concept. I mean, that's just with any song, is coming up with a concept. So when she when she lit the spark, then it became a matter of, all right, well, I don't want to just write another R&B song about, sitting by the fireplace with your lady and just, you know what I mean? Because I might as well just write an R&B song. So I wanted to tell a story that had not yet been told.
Okay.
So what I decided on ultimately, which became, the theme of My Kind of Christmas, was about a couple who had, what I call a December dilemma. And I've actually lived that story, to be honest, where one person wants to spend the holidays one way, the other person wants to spend it, another way, and then you find yourself at an impasse. And I thought, wow, I mean, I can't be the only one who has experienced that, because I mean, for me, I love going away. I love going away for the holidays. Put me on a beach in my Santa hat and I'm good. Um, and the lady that I was with at the time
Okay.
was more of the traditional type. She wanted to be home with family, and and the Yule log and the Christmas carols and the snow and all of that. So how do you reconcile the two? So that became the story for My Kind of Christmas.
So where is this lady? Did she move on?
That one that didn't work out too well. Maybe it's because we couldn't find a resolution.
You
No, that wasn't the reason, but it was but suffice it to say, I'm sure that that there have been others who have been in that position. And again, that was a story that had not yet been told in a Christmas song, because look, there's only but so much you can do with
Christmas?
with Christmas music.
No, but Christmas, people want to get in that spirit. So, but
Yes.
it's a real kind of story. So it's like it's
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the other thing too, because I wanted to sound like Christmas. I didn't want it to, to sound like, just another song. So we did the whole thing with the sleigh bells and the glockenspiel, and and the whole
different.
thing to just kind of make it sonically, resonate with people. Like, okay, when you hear this song, it's Christmas time. Just like certain other songs, when okay,
Okay.
Christmas is here.
I want to talk about your your transition when you created "This Is My Time" album. Like,
Mhm.
how did you feel? Did you knew for a fact like this is your time? Is that how you felt during that moment when you?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Because it had been such a long journey, from
Okay.
up until that point, and so many opportunities where you think, okay, well, this is it, but then it falls apart. And again, I mean, that story is not uncommon. I mean, you ask anybody who is on this journey, and it's filled with peaks and valleys. But for me, it just seemed like, man, is this ever gonna, is this ever gonna, happen? And so I wanted to take some of that really, and to just kind of use it um, in the hopes of possibly inspiring, someone else with my story. And if you listen to the lyrics of the title track, This Is My Time, it
Mm-hmm.
really does, tell that
Okay.
story. Even starts, the lyrics. There were days when I wish that I could turn the hands of time, that I could press rewind to find the dreams I left behind.
Right.
And that just kind of sets the stage for telling, the rest of the story about, my journey. And so, as far as the other songs on the album, I mean, it just comes from life experiences, different things that, I've gone through, and different things that I've uh, borne witness to others, going through. And but at the beginning and the end, it's really about my story. The opening track, "The Way I Roll," again, It's more of an up tempo, fun song, but it's still telling my story, all the way, through into the end.
You call yourself a dreamer. Why is that?
Um, because I think that's a good question.
On you. Okay, let's.
Because I think that it's always the pursuit of looking for what's possible,
Right.
and what could be if you allow yourself to believe, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I think that's important, because as long as you have something to believe in, as long as you have a dream
Mm-hmm.
to look forward to, and work toward, that's the beauty of living, you know. That really is, because if you stop dreaming, if you stop imagining the possibilities, then for all intents and purposes, you cease to exist, you know? And I think, sometimes we limit ourselves when we stop imagining the possibilities.
That is true.
Mhm.
That's true. What got you to this point? Were you always this way, or did you have to like grow into the person you are today?
Well, I mean, I've always been passionate about my art, I mean, that goes without saying. Uh, but it's, you obviously have to grow and develop, just like, in all walks of life,
Hmm.
even being able to, to have, this conversation with you, that takes, it takes effort, because you don't want to come across as,
Right.
as being, unknowledgeable, or too
Hmm.
pompous, or too, to this or that, so, back in the day, it was, it was artist development, you
Right.
know, which, kind of doesn't really exist too much, these days. But, that said, a lot of artists are having to, develop themselves. So for me, it became a matter of just, um, learning who I was as a person,
Okay.
and understanding how I wanted to represent myself and whatever entities I was with, be that the group, or even now today with Julia,
Hmm.
because those things are important.
Right. And how is this the transition from when you were in the industry, in the beginning to where you are now, as far as like the feeling, like as far as the music industry. Oh, well, am I saying it wrong? How
No,
is
no, no, no. I think I understand what you're saying. I absolutely, I understand what you're
as
saying.
the industry today and have
Hmm.
as it was when you first started?
Hmm.
You
Well,
feel
you know what? Yeah. The most notable change, I think, has been technology, and the way that people consume music. Because when I was first starting out, with this, back in the '90s,
hmm
the labels were just the end all be all, and if you had any hopes of becoming successful in the music industry, you had to have a label deal,
hmm
and then technology changed all that. So now you have the digital platforms, you've got your iTunes, and you've got your
hmm
Spotify's, and your Amazon, and your streaming services that kind of level the playing field, so now independent artists can be in the same space as major label artists. The difference is in the promotion. That's always going to be something that keeps it unbalanced, because as an indie artist, all the promotion is on you, and all the financial burden, and
hmm
the grind and the hustle, that's on you. Whereas if you are signed to a label, you have the big machine behind you. But that's been the biggest change, that I've seen. So it's kind of a blessing and a curse, if you know what I mean.
So your distribution is through Sony. Is that not considered?
Yes. Yes, the distribution is right. But what that means is that it's on all the platforms. It's on the platforms right along with artists who are signed to like uh to the major label records. So I mean, there's a difference between the distributor and the label. you know. So yes, we have distribution through Sony, but they because of that, you know, our music is on all the streaming outlets and it's in all the digital stores and whatnot. But the promotion part is on the artist, you know, that's on me, you know. So whereas if we were signed to the Sony music label, you know, they have their, you know, their A&R department and they have their promotions department and they've got the budget to, you know, to shoot your videos and to, you know, to put you on promotion tours and, you know, all these things and greater access to radio, you know, and the artist, you know, doesn't have to be that involved in that part of the process. But that says you give up a lot too, you know,
Right.
particularly a lot of your creative control and certainly a large part of the financial benefit that are the fruits of your labor. So, you know, it's
I
trade
get it.
off.
I get it. So, what is Noni Notes music? Is that like your? Is
Yeah,
that
well,
your?
yeah, that's
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's actually that's my publishing company.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, that's yeah, because you know I do all my own publishing. That's my publishing company, and Noni is a childhood nickname. And I can't believe I just said that to you because I've never said that publicly before. um, but yeah, that's a childhood nickname and something I thought was unique and a creative name for my publishing company.
Okay. I'm proud of you, Norm. You know, for someone who started in the '90s, you know, you're not giving up. You're making great music, by the way,
Thank
and
you,
you
thank
are,
you.
you know, and you have a great energy and spirit. How
I
is
appreciate that.
Julia? You know,
How is Julia? I'm sorry, you cut out. How is Julia?
how is she? You know,
She's wonderful. I think she may be on. She said she was gonna tune in. So yeah, but she's great. You know, we're
amazing voice.
you know, again, we're just kind of, you know, hanging through the, you know, through this whole transitional period, you know, because we're not able to get out there and do, you know, performing and things like that. So, you know, we're
Okay.
you know, promoting through social media and you know, just like a lot of other of our contemporaries.
Okay. I want to get to this song over. I don't know why. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
It's just it's the energy for me with you guys. I don't know.
Okay.
Awesome duo.
Thank you.
Okay.
We don't talk the way we used to.
Yes, Norm. Tell them.
There's a lack of communication
Listen, y'all need to hear this. Okay.
Between me and you.
So y'all can't wait to get back to performing.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yes.
You know what? We just released that song and we haven't had a chance to perform it publicly yet. So we're ready. When things open back up, we're ready.
Okay. All right. Look at
Yeah,
so
I'm loving all the hearts that are coming up. Thank y'all. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you. I love it.
Norm.
Thank you.
You're great. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I'm loving it. I'm
Yes.
seeing everyone. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions. I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to bore you now. I want to bore you.
Oh, never, boy. I'm having a great time chopping it up with you, love. Great time.
Look at me. Give me- Okay. Okay. What keeps you going? What keeps you going?
What keeps me going? The love of the art, you know, and the craft, because I really think that if you know, God has blessed us all with gifts, you know,
Mhm.
and I think that the biggest disservice that we could do to him and to ourselves is to not honor that gift and to not nurture that gift, you know. So I've always been of the mindset that um, you know, honoring your gift and feeding your passion, as it were, are among the most important things that you can do in life, because otherwise, what's the point, you know? So I think that's what keeps me going.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. Keep going. Okay. What, who would you consider to be your hero?
Mm. My dad.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad. Because you didn't specify music, because I thought music, but you know what? You didn't specify that. So, but first and foremost, my dad, because my dad, God rest his soul, is largely responsible for the man that I am today, and and I've tried to. To be that same kind of father, and certainly that same type of influence for my own sons. But yeah, now you want to talk musically. Musically, I would have to say Babyface. Because again, as a songwriter, his his craft resonates with me. Just the ability that he has to tell stories from various points of view. I mean, this man wrote the entire Waiting to Exhale album from a female point of view, you know? So that's talent, so just the stories that he tells and the works of art that he creates are inspiring, for me. And when he did that, one of those early verses with Teddy Riley, I was glued to the IG, like, yeah, come on, babyface, bring it, and that was a great one. So yeah, musically, I would say babyface.
All right, baby. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
a great answer. I'm proud of you.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. I see everybody's watching. Look at this. This is great.
I am so appreciative. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Thank you for the love. Y'all warming my heart right now. Thank you.
That I warm his heart. My heart being warm. Okay,
No.
okay. One final question, then I'm gonna open up the floor for you.
Okay.
Say no.
Okay.
Before you leave this earth,
Mm-hmm.
legacy that you want left behind.
Before I leave this earth, I want to leave. Hmm. I want people. No, no. That's a very, very introspective question. You know what I mean? Because we often don't think about,
Mm-hmm.
the things that are worth leaving behind. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I certainly want to leave behind. You know, Again, musically speaking, a body of work that represents who I was, as an artist, but just as a man, you know, uh, I want my children to be my legacy, to reflect the work that I did, um, uh, you know, for them and with them, and the way that they live their lives
Mm-hmm.
to be representative of what I instilled in them, So in terms of legacy, I think there is no greater legacy to have, for those of us who have children, than how your children live their lives and the people that they become and the mark that they leave.
Now that right there was a great answer. You hear me?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I heard thousands and thousands of answers, but that one right there, that's one of the top two. Okay, I'm great. Look at you, Nora. You got a great energy, great energy. And
As do you, my lady. Wonderful. We clicked that night when we met. Remember we were
hey,
saying that?
let everybody know, we so well, I was with him one night.
I think it's great energy recognizes great energy. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It complements. It complements
keep it
one
going.
another.
Keep it going. Now,
Hmm.
Anything you want to say to the people? Anything you want to promote? Now is your time.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is my time. Well, again, I just want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you, Kira, for sharing your platform with me, tonight. I really, really, really am humbled by that wonderful build-up in the beginning, and I've really, really enjoyed speaking with you. For everybody who's watching right now, please follow me here on IG. I'm at Norm Adams Music. You can connect with me on Facebook, same thing, Norm Adams Music. Twitter, same thing, Norm Adams Music. The new single is called Over, which you played. It's available on all of the digital platforms. I don't think I need to name them because I think everybody knows them by now. It's everywhere you get your digital music. The video is it's on YouTube. It's on Daily Motion. My album, This Is My Time, you played Love Me earlier, so that song is on my album, This Is My Time, and that too is available on all the digital platforms. So yeah, I just again, I am so appreciative of everyone who takes the time to to listen to my music, to watch our videos, to connect with us, on social media. I don't take anything or anyone, for granted. So again, I truly, truly appreciate this time that you shared with me. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. And to all of your listeners and your viewers, thank you all for the support. It really means a lot to me.
Well, look at that. And we thank you, Norm. We thank you. We do.
You are quite welcome.
We're going to close out one of my favorite. I can't play Love Me.
Okay.
No, because Love Me get me to another. I'm going to play this. This is what. We're going to close it out.
This is actually a remake. I don't know if you knew that or not. Yeah, this is a cover. Yes. This song was originally recorded by Michael Bolton back in the 80s. And my producers asked me to do a cover song for the album, and this is the one I chose. I always loved this song. We flipped it kind of and made it our own, but yeah, this is actually a cover song. That's what love is all about.
There you go. That's what love is all about.
Yep.
Yes, Lord. Yeah, don't download this song. Go stream this song. We need feel-good music out here. We need that.
Absolutely. Yes.
That shoot 'em up, bang, bang. We don't want to hear Satan music on it.
Well, now listen. That's a whole nother topic of conversation right there.
That's what I'm forced. Like everything's, been pushed on me. So I have to, it's just too much. But we need to hear this,
Yeah.
And thank you, my friend. Thank you. Until next time.
It was my pleasure. My pleasure.
You all. Okay. Yes.
Knowing we can reach the other side, far beyond the mountains of our pride.
And look at my love
Two hearts that find a way somehow to keep the fire burning.
I thought you had something to say. Okay, all right, later. Okay, y'all. I'm done. Talk to y'all later. I love you all. Until next time, the Kira Deevah Show.